So I was not. I mean, I expected a game like this. This team had 15-game winning streak last year, Jackson State, and they were NCAA team and we weren't. So and they're really good. I mean, I got 3 or 4 players there that I think would play on a lot of ACC rosters. So well coached, gutsy, tough, and a tough opening game for us, as disjointed as we are right now. But I think we had a real opportunity to make some special plays. I think Kelsey Marshall was very, very good, but I think the biggest thing, she did 6 defensive rebounds. That was really necessary to win the game. And that's something that we haven't been getting from Kelsey in the past. And I think she really was a leader out there on the court. So I knew it would come down to rebounding and getting just 1 stop and 1 rebound. And I thought we got some big ones when we needed it, but we just got real careless offensively. I think there was an obvious game plan of, high-lowing, and two new players I thought that were fantastic was Lola and Meier, and they did their job, but they're new and they haven't been in special situations and they haven't played with these guards. And so as soon as we get really comfortable, I think that's going to be a real special combination for us. But we needed their size against Williams. I mean, Williams and Rogan they're very good. I mean, they're both player of the year, defense player of the year, and player of the year in their conference. And that team has been together for quite a while. So they were smoother and more coordinated and more together. And I think we were very disjointed, but I like our talent. And I really think we're going to have some special games this season.
First question comes from Tim Reynolds. Go ahead, Tim.
Katie, I'm not at all surprised that you just talked for 2 minutes about the game and didn't mention the other element of tonight. Congratulations, first off. And, I know your respect level for Fern and for Leonard and for Coach Dell, to stand alone on that list. I know you hate talking about you, but what does it mean to you?
Well, I looked up right before the game and I saw Coach Fern Labate in the stands, and, I got a little bit emotional. It was just really amazing that she made that gesture to come. And so that's the only time I really felt like, wow, that's right. Like if I win this, some people are here. So, but I also was just so into the game, but it really is amazing. I've said it before, but if you have the most anything in the school history as a coach, then you've got the most support. I mean, somebody's behind the scenes when you're not in the room, making big time decisions to keep you around or to give you what you think you need to sustain a program. And Miami's done that for me, and the administration has been incredible to me. And, I think that is just the longevity of it all, which is not then therefore my honor. It's just Miami decided to do it the right way in women's basketball. They decided to commit to somebody and make it a real healthy, sustained success. And that means a lot to me. And I give it back to all the people who said yes to some of my visions and yes to some of my goals and yes to some of my dreams when I wasn't in the room.
I'm raising a glass to you in about 15 minutes. Thanks, Katie.
I'm going to as well.
Next question comes from David Wilson. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Katie. First of all, congrats. Hope you can hear me all right because I'm still out courtside. But
Gotcha.
Just to I know, obviously, like you said, you're not thinking about it during the game, but just what was that moment like after the game then, when you kind of get to celebrate with your players, and obviously they were all excited for you?
They're a special group. It takes a lot to get any type of chemistry when we have 6 new players plus Makia, who didn't play last year. So you're talking about 7 people that were just new and trying to make a team. But I think that their off-court chemistry and the way we run our program like a family, we really showed. They got first-year players that are jumping up and down like they've played for me for 4 years. They're so happy for me, and that really means a lot.
Next question comes from Wyatt Kopelman. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Yeah, Coach, just 2 questions for you. I know Makia Gray was back for the first time officially tonight. Just her impact on the game overall, what you had on her first impressions, and then also you called that timeout after Jackson State's big run there in the final minutes. What was your message to the team in order to pull this one out late?
Well, I think that we were just blowing some plays, and so I think it was just kind of a timeout to just clearly let them know what kind of plays we wanted to run. And actually, to be honest, we still kind of made some mistakes, and it wasn't necessarily the newcomers. Some of the veterans just playing a little bit out of position. But I think Meier, if you have a 6-to-1 assist to turnover ratio against Jackson State, the way their guards heat up the ball, the way they played multiple defenses, the way they come after you, a 6-to-1 assist to turnover ratio is incredible. And that's a kid who hadn't played in a year, like at all. So that's a real story of the game that I think people wouldn't see, but I really appreciate you noticing that about her.
Next question comes from Isabella Didio. Go ahead, Isabella.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. Two questions. One, overall, how do you think the freshmen played in their first game? And my second question is, I'm pretty sure I saw Destiny Harden on crutches on the sideline. If you have an update on what's happening with her.
Yeah. So first of all, the freshmen, very, very difficult first game for anyone. Okay. Especially if you've never played in college. I'm telling you, Jackson State is really, really good. I mean, I don't care what conference you play in. You got a 15-game winning streak last year and return all those people who got you there. So it was a really difficult schedule for us. And the freshmen, they got their opportunities early, but it came down to the veterans making sure that we were controlling the ball and making the right plays and getting the ball where they need to go. So they're going to have great opportunities. I think in the first half you saw how electric they can be, but we also were very careless with the ball. And so, in your minutes played, we had a lot of turnovers, I think, and we got to clean that up. Destiny she has a lower extremity injury, and we're hopeful and optimistic that we'll get her back soon.
Are there any other questions for Coach Meier? All right, thank you, Coach.